Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waterford High School for WIAA Boys Basketball on Zaleski Sports. It's a thriller from Waterford. The Division II defending state champions, the Wauwatosa West Trojans, and the sectional final runner-ups in Division II, the Waterford Wolverines. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Elijah Vanksalada here alongside my partner, Matt Peck. This is going to be a really fun way to kick off our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee basketball season between two top teams who are looking to make their mark. The Tosa West Trojans trying to get another gold ball and try to get another ring. And the Waterford Wolverines trying to search for it after a historic season. Let's read about the two teams before we get into this game. The Wauwatosa West Trojans come in head coached by Chris Neubauer in his 7th season with a 97-63 record, assistant coached by Ryan Ellerbush, Caleb June, Rich Haynes, and Kobe King. They came into this game 1-0 after beating Waukesha South on the road November 25th, 85-66. And we'll get into the starting lineups after the national anthem, but we'll go to Waterford. The Waterford Wolverines are coached by Nick Regland in his 6th season, 70-56, assistant coached by Scott Gustafson. And they lost their first game actually against the state final runner-ups, Racine Park, 63-56 on November 25th. So not a lot of scoring coming from them there, and we'll get to their starting lineups coming soon as well. But should be set for a great night of basketball. National anthem coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports. We've got Wauwatosa West Trojans versus the Waterford Wolverines boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Waterford High School. In tonight's non-conference matchup, Waterford boys basketball team welcomes the Trojans of Wauwatosa West from the Greater Metro Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, Wauwatosa West High School, Waterford Union High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the play of our national anthem.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, alongside Matt Peck, I'm Elijah Vanksalada. Thank you guys for joining us tonight for Wauwatosa West Trojans against the Waterford Wolverines right on the network. We got a really great showdown between two great teams on the network. We're going to start off with the starting lineups. First for the Wauwatosa West Trojans. Number 4, senior guard DJ Hennings, 5'9". Freshman guard number 5, Logan Bear Collins. Senior forward number 21, Matthew Klosky. Senior number 22, guard / forward, Messiah Chambers. And junior guard number 24, Jalen Brown. As the lights go off for the Waterford Wolverines. This is, I always enjoy as we bring in Matt Peck right now for the first time in basketball seasons. I always enjoy when these schools turn off the lights and showcase their athletes. It's like home court advantage in a way, right?
Yeah, it's in the budget. So not every school, it's in the budget. But hey, excited to be on here with another high school basketball season. It shows a great venue here in Racine County to start off the season. It's not the first time we'll be in Racine County. We'll be back in the county again next week. And not here, but a little bit east of here. But Racine County's getting the fame to start the year, but it's going to be a big one. Like you said, defending state champions in town, and even Waterford. They were sectional finalists last year, so, I mean, not a bad year for them as well.
So now the starting lineups for the Waterford Wolverines. At guard, senior number 4, Colin Lepisto. At forward, number 5, senior Chris Tesmer. At the other guard, senior number 14, Gavin Ragland. At the other forward from senior forward number 33, Jace Brechtel. And the last forward of the night, the Northern Michigan commit number 22, senior guard Caden Gustafson. And once again, the Waterford Wolverines head coached by Nick Ragland in his 6th season, coming in at 70-56 in his career at Waterford. Once again, the Wauwatosa West Trojans coached by Chris Neubauer in his 7th season. 97-63 is his record. So we're about to be underway in the Milwaukee area for boys basketball season. What are you looking forward to the most about this game, Matt Peck?
Everything. I've been looking forward to basketball season being back, but just to see how Waterford, especially rebounds from a loss that they had last week against Racine Park, a rematch of their sectional final game a year ago. I'm looking forward to see how they rebound from that loss. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting tonight. And obviously, I even asked Ryan Ellerbush and Chris Newbar, "Do you got your ring on tonight from last year?" And they said, "No." I had to ask the question. I saw Ryan at the state fair. I said, "Hey, we're going to have you on to open up the season." He's like, "Who do you play at home?" And we're like, "No, we'll get you on right after."
We're underway right away. Jalen Brown taking it in the paint. Why not, right? Get us started in the first 5 seconds. It's only fitting. And Jalen Brown has our first points of the Zaleski Sports Milwaukee season. And this team at Wauwatosa West likes to run in transition. That's why they won the state title last year. Colin Lepisto on the left elbow being guarded tight, double team coming. Lepisto still going to fire anyways, misses it off the back iron. And Bear Collins, the freshman, driving floater, good. Bear Collins, the freshman, Matt Peck, starting on the state champions. So that's
going to be somebody to watch.
Statement.
When you get a freshman on a state championship team from a year ago, that's something. That means he's going to be something to watch the next 4 years.
Going up on the baseline that time, had a double team coming from Chambers and Hennings. DJ Hennings kicking it out. Jalen Brown, shifty. The junior, back out to Matthew Klosky, the UW Green Bay Gottlieb commit. Good ball movement so far for Tosa West, and a foul is going to be called on the ground that time. Hennings took a shot to the face. Looks like, let's see what they call this on. Gavin Ragland will be called for the foul. First foul of the night, and early on a 4-0 lead for the Tosa West Trojans, who are going to set up a box look on the baseline.
Yeah, I like the way Tosa West is starting out. They're really moving fast.
And right on cue, Matt Peck, the three-point shot is good. The freshman phenom, Bear Collins, already with quick 5 points for Tosa West. And a 7-0 lead already.
Oh, yeah, by the way, happy birthday to head coach Nick Ragland of Waterford.
Yeah, happy birthday, he said. Why not? A really good night as a three-point shot is true from Colin Lepisto. We talked with him. He accommodated us up to the classroom where we're broadcasting this game from the press box.
And the funny thing is the classroom is the girls' basketball coach's classroom.
Yep. And a couple misses to go now. Tosa West, 2 minutes in, they've got almost around 6 to 7 shots up.
Don't say that too loud.
Caden Gustafson, the Northern Michigan product. Going to kick it around, and a foul's going to be called. No, wait. Now he got stepped on that baseline. little bit too much contact that time. I believe that was Messiah Chambers they're going to call that one on, and rightfully so. That is right. One of the keys to win for Waterford after their loss is that they must find a way to stay connected on offense, involving more than just Caden Gustafson. Gustafson, a college range three, that's no good off the front rim, and Klosky looking to run. Matthew Klosky, Euro step, gets the roll to go, and I'm sure that's what UW Green Bay is getting a good one. And Matthew Klosky, 21 points per game last season, 22 as a matter of fact, the second leading scorer to Jalen Brown.
Yeah, that was a good transition basket there for Klosky. You know, he took it fast. You know, it's kind of this Tosa West team. They go fast, and that's what we saw in their state run last year, and I love that they're sticking to it.
Jace Brechtel on the left elbow. Ooh, good find in the paint, and gets the roll to go in the paint that time. Great move on the down backdoor cut. Chris Tessmer with his first bucket. He had 11, and he's looking to take a big jump in his senior year. Klosky, I don't think you can leave him wide open.
No, you can't.
Klosky's up to 5 points on the night now. 5 of the 12 quick points, 2 triples. I don't think you can leave anybody on this Tosa West team.
No.
I mean, they're the reigning Division II champions.
Always a good team every year. The last couple of years, they've just been up there. Since COVID.
And Jalen Brown steals it away from Caden Gustafson, the star-on-star matchup. And it looks like Gustafson stepped out of bounds right there and went a little too fast in transition.
"15 degrees outside. So glad we're inside a warm gym tonight."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy how cold it's getting. But I read to Elijah before the game. We could see a massive warm-up coming here in the next couple weeks.
60 degrees was that you were telling me?
Yep.
As Matthew Klosky, speaking of heat, Matthew Klosky, 7 points. And he's already making his presence. I'm sure, like I said again, Doug Gottlieb's going to be happy to have a guy like him next year on his team. UW Green Bay also an up-and-coming team as well.
Yeah, they almost beat Minnesota a couple weeks ago. That was a good game. They took them to overtime.
Losing his handle, Gustafson. Bear Collins, the freshman.
Oh.
Moving it fast in transition. Fun fact, 18 steals against Waukesha South Tosa West had. And that'll definitely win you the game. They're showing that one early. Matthew Klosky with the mid-range. Someone's got to stop him. He's got 11 out of the 16 points. He was in the house last year, and Nick Ragland right on cue, timeout, 16-15. The defending 2 state champions showing why they're state champions. We'll take a game break and come back with you after this break on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
We welcome you back to the Waterford High School Gymnasium, a 16-5 Wauwatosa West lead on Waterford. Glad you guys could join us tonight alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vangsalata. 16-5, Wauwatosa West showing why they're the defending state champions early on. Moving the fast pace on offense, getting a couple of defensive steals as well. And star senior Matthew Klosky already up to 11 out of the 16 for Tosa West. Matt Peck, what do you think Nick Ragland was telling his guys in the huddle in that 30-second timeout?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, hey, you got to – I think it's mainly on the offensive side of things that you got – defensive side of things, because they're allowing Tosa West to get too many fast breaks early on. I think that's been the problem for Waterford. I think they've been playing defense just fine. You got to leave a couple guys like right there. That's a good stop.
Yep, there it is. Right on cue. Lepisto on the drive, couldn't find anybody. He's just going to pull up anyways, and almost a good effort from Tessmer. They're going to look to run. Klosky, the hot hand, misses it. And this is where Waterford, you got to start to take advantage. Jace Brechtel getting a rebound there. How about Jace Brechtel? He was our highlight house player of the game last year when we did their game against Hamilton at Luke Homan, as Caden Gustafson with the mid-range. Ooh, lid on the rim right now.
Yeah, just a couple shots for Waterford. Haven't been able to go here early on. And I love the defense right there that they're playing.
Oh, Gustafson. I love the star matchup to watch out for tonight. Gustafson on Jalen Brown. Bear Collins, no hesitation. The freshman phenom up to 8 points already, showing him, like I said in my game notes tonight on my sheet, I said that Bear Collins, Chris Neubauer expects a lot of him if he's going to be a starter as a freshman, and he's showing it already.
Yeah, if you're skipping JV2 and JV1, you must be a really good basketball player, and that's what Bear Collins has shown early on.
Gavin Raglan, free throw mid-range jumper, air ball that time. Tessmer trying to save it, and good basketball IQ, just throwing it off of Hennings, and we're going to get our first substitutions of the night. Jace Brechtel coming in for Gavin Raglan. And let's see who's coming in for Tosa West. Number 2 for the Wolverines, Kedon Dessert, who is also one of the quarterbacks for Brent Thowen's team.
Wow. Yeah, you know, a lot of good games early on to watch around the state. I saw Brookfield Central's playing Homestead tonight.
Jace Brechtel, good spin move. Beautiful big man basketball that time. The first points of the night for Jace Brechtel. It's a 10-point lead right now, but if you're Waterford, you're starting to get your offense going a little bit as, whoa, what a find in the paint. Jalen Brown, eyes in the back of his head. Messiah Chambers with his first bucket of the night. And largest lead now for the Tosa West Trojans, up to 12 now.
Yeah, Tosa West has just been moving the basketball really well to start off this game tonight. Been finding guys all over the place.
Look at this, Messiah Chambers, bully ball in the paint, forcing a jump ball. They'll stick with Waterford, but the other substitution that checked in was Bo Veit, who's also the kicker for Brent Thowen as well. So we got a lot of football athletes on this team, and he's a really good field goal kicker as well. Bo Veit, last game scored 2 points against Racine Park. Gustafson, the mid-range jumper. There you go. Caden Gustafson. He's one of the sleeper guys, in my opinion, that could make a case for Mr. Basketball Player of the Year this season.
100%.
He can take over a game at any moment. He had 27 against Park. Look at Brechtel. I think that should be a jump ball. Are they going to call that a foul, though?
No.
Yeah, jump ball called. And when Brechtel kind of got himself bullied in the paint on the other end, he bullies the other side right back at him, vice versa. Stephen Wright was one of the other guys for Tosa West that just checked in. Bear Collins is having himself a fine night so far. Stephen Wright, spin cycle, Lepisto.
Nice defense there.
One of the great defensive players, and they force a steal. Colin Lepisto, I tell you what, he's already had 2 steals on the night. He had 2 last game as a try to find in the paint. Bo Veit out to the corner, and a foul is going to be called. Jalen Brown will be costly for that one.
So even though Waterford didn't get a shot off right there, that's the ball movement I love to see right there. Waterford kind of moved the ball there kind of fast, like what Tosa West is doing there. That's what I need to see out of Waterford tonight, and to kind of get themselves back in this game. They're only down 10 early on, not too bad. Just that they probably want to cut into that a little bit before halftime.
Max Guggen checking in for the freshman Bear Collins. Max Guggen, 7 points in the opener, averaged 3.4 points per game last season, and appeared in all 30 games of their state championship run. The junior, Max Guggen. Jace Brechtel trying to find a guy around. Bo Veit out back to the top. We're going to reset it with Lepisto. DJ Hennings looking set to check back in at the scores table for Tosa West. Brechtel fakes the shot, going to drive in. Ooh, good move by Jace Brechtel. Just couldn't get the right strength on the finish right there. Almost halfway gone by in the first half. A 10-point lead for Tosa West. Jalen Brown driving through contact on the left side, and he'll get the foul call that time. And we'll get 2 free throws. I think this is our first time getting free throws tonight, Matt Peck.
First free throws of the season.
Bo Veit will be called on the foul.
My favorite type of games is where there are not a lot of fouls. So far, I'm in love with this game.
One of the key things that we want to watch out for Waterford is how will they respond after losing a guys. The first free throw is no good from Jalen Brown. How will they fill that second leading scorer role in? That last year they're losing senior Jameson Beasley this season to graduation. He was their second leading scorer behind Caden Gustafson. Got to try to find a guy to score over him. Looked like Waterford. I watched a little bit of their game on Huddle last time. They struggled a little bit with the full court pressure against Racine Park, and it didn't get any easier that they had to face a team tonight with 18 steals. But like we talked with Nick Reglan before the game, they don't schedule cupcakes either. So
I love coaches that don't do that. Coaches that want to test their teams because they know you got to go through the best just to be the best. And that's kind of what Tosa West did last year. We kind of followed their little bit of run there. We had them on against Brookfield Central twice at the end of last year. Some of those big test games, and they came through when they really needed to, and that's why they have a gold ball sitting in the hallway at Wauwatosa West.
Another substitution coming in, Matthew Lojeski in for Waterford. Checking in for the first time tonight. Caden Gustafson trying to get himself going. He's going to take a college range three. This time it's no good. The first time he shot it from that same spot, hit off the front rim and didn't go. Gustafson, you would figure a guy that's going to Northern Michigan in D2 try to practice a little bit with those shots.
Yeah. I don't mind it there, especially he was open. But just couldn't get that one to go.
Ooh. Laser of a pass to Matthew Klosky. It's going to stick with the Trojans, though. Near turnover right there. And one of the things that Waterford has to do better, and they're getting some pretty good looks so far. They shot 4 of 23 in that game from 3 against Racine Park. I don't know if you could have that against the defending state champions as Matthew Klosky going in. Oh, almost got the roll through contact that time, but I wouldn't have been surprised if that went down. He's one of the elite players in the state. Jace Brechtel will be called on his first foul. Third team foul on Waterford.
It's funny because we haven't seen the score move in a while.
Nope.
It's been a couple minutes. Yeah, I think this was kind of the time where you could have used Waterford to really get themselves going, get back in this game when Wauwatosa West wasn't scoring.
Klosky gets both free throws to go. Starts off 2 of 2, and his red-hot night continues to start. He's up to 11 points in the first half for Tosa West. Oh, cannot have that happen right there. Lepisto just kind of aimed it right to that sideline. Try to find Tesmer, and he wasn't able to connect. And one of my keys for Tosa West tonight, it's already been working so far. Thrive on your big 2 of Jalen Brown and Matthew Klosky and get more teammates involved. Brown and Klosky have already combined for 16 points. Oh. Another substitution coming in. Klosky all over again. He's going to get the foul call. That miss that time was by the new check-in guy, junior Kason Mangum. Matt Lojeski will be called for his first foul of the night, the 4th team foul for Waterford. Klosky 2 of 2 has another substitution coming in, another new one for Neubauer. Get it? Roman Long checking in, the senior. Roman Long against Waukesha South. He went 2 of 3, 6 points on the night, 2 for 2 free throws, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal. Klosky splits the pair. It's 3 for 4 from the line, up to 12 points on the night. Got to see some more ball movement here. That's one of my other keys for this Waterford team tonight. Tosa West, they've been all up on everyone's grill. Gustafson, there you go, on the drive, draws the foul. And those are the types of plays that you could get some energy off of.
That's for sure. They needed something there. And the thing that concerns me with Waterford right now, it's really early in the game still. We've only been playing about 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes, but kind of got to capitalize on when Wauwatosa West has been a little slower here early on.
Stephen Wright checking back in for Tosa West. Yeah, Gustafson been a little bit cold early on. Only 3 points so far for their team's leading scorer. Like I said, again, he had 27 against that great defensive team in Racine Park led by Casey Robbins. We're going to definitely get them on at some point this year. We've got a lot of great teams in Racine County this year. That's safe to say that.
And last year, too.
Yep.
But this year, it'll be even more because Case is up and coming once again. And we know what Case did a couple years ago with that special run.
And look at that. They force a steal right there in transition, and they're going to... Are they going to call foul right there? Didn't see the motion. And it looks like they're going to call foul on Tosa West. Stephen Wright, his first personal, 14th foul on Tosa West. Good job getting the steal that time. Reed Bierman, freshly checked into the game for Coach Reglan. Oh, good find in the paint. Tesmer going up through contact, drawing the foul. Kaysen Mangum will be responsible for that foul. It'll be his first and 15th foul of the first half. So Waterford, you know, you like what you're going through right now. The last minute, kind of just staying in this game, not really forcing too much, forcing some turnovers, getting to the line. First free throw is good. Tesmer so far the leading scorer for the Waterford Wolverines. 5 points so far.
I think what Waterford needs to do is slowly build themselves back in this game. Force defensive stops, make your shots on offense, and that's kind of a good set right there. Kind of get yourself back to 10 right here.
Kind of cruise around that 10 to 15 range at half. Max Gogan, right wing three, no good. Big rebound that time by the 6'6". Kaysen Mangum can't get the finish to go on the putback. Kaysen Mangum, 4 rebounds in his last game. They're going to find a wide open look. Shooting practice, no good that time for Gavin Ragland. On the other end, reverse layup in transition. Roman Long, his first basket of the night. Gavin Ragland hesitated a little bit on that look, guarded tightly by Klosky, and I think they're going to get a foul call on Tosa West on the off-ball screen. Kind of just blew through him as he set that screen. Yeah. You can't do that.
Yeah, that was an interesting one right there. He kind of just knocked him right over.
Roman Long, second personal foul, 16 fouls. So the next foul that'll come right here will put the Tosa West Trojans, the Waterford Wolverines in the bonus. Get one-on-one free throws on their next foul.
It's huge for Waterford.
Looks like they're going to set up the play here. And that's going to be another foul. Tosa West.
Yeah, Tosa West, 7 fouls in the half. So.
And that's one to watch for, too. That's Jalen. I believe they're going to give that on Jalen Brown. That's his second foul of the first half, so got to be a little careful. When you get to 2 fouls in that first half, that's kind of like in the NBA when you get 3 or 4, like 3 already. You just got to be careful if you get that third foul. Oh, 1-on-1's no good. Tesmer with the athletic rebound over Klosky, and he comes back down again. The teammates fighting all over it.
Oh, man.
Look at that effort. Jace Brechtel, right wing 3. He got it. What a sequence right there.
Huge for the Wolverines. They get it under 10, too.
And they're very well in this game. Lapisto with the steal. Colin Lapisto behind the back. Spins. Trying to find a guy, and they're going to call him for a travel. Ooh, Brechtel hit the 3, too. That would have been a nice sequence for them to have it to 6.
I bet if there had been no travel there and he hits that 3, I bet Chris Neubauer's calling a timeout if it came to that. But obviously a travel was called, so.
Messiah Chambers and Bear Collins checking in for Roman Long and Kaysen Mangum. Looks like he's going back to that almost all-starting 5 lineup. Kind of a big run so far coming from the Waterford Wolverines. Picks the pocket of Chambers. Jalen Brown being double-teamed to the paint. It doesn't matter. He's got that superstar power. And I believe next year he's going to make a case for Mr. Basketball Player of the Year for Tosa West. This is why this is a really good championship window that the Trojans are in right now, Matt Peck.
Yeah, they got themselves to look for a chance, and they make it so far in the playoffs, so they'll have to bump up to D1. So they're not in D1 quite yet, but they have another long playoff run. They'll have to be there too.
Messiah Chambers, I tell you what, look at that. Aggressive defense, not afraid to put his body in the line. The 6'2 Chambers on the 6'5 Jay Sprechtel. He's going to get called for the foul there, but you got to respect the effort if you're Chris Neubauer on defense. Looks like Bo Veit will come in. Substitution for Jay Sprechtel. He'll get a breather. And Chris Tesmer will head to the line. Tesmer went 1 for 1 on the line last time out. 2 for 2 so far today. Kind of flying by this first half so far, huh?
Yeah.
Only 1 timeout so far from Waterford, and that's the only break we've had. Both free throws good. 4 for 4. Chris Tesper, 8 points on the night, and the lead back down to 9. Gustafson will get a breather as Reed Bierman will check back in. Kind of going with a strong bench lineup right now. Chris Tesmer, like the leading starter from this group. Bear Collins loses the handle.
That's a good.
It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, no, it stays in. Oh, good effort.
Oh.
Look at that. Bo Veit showing the athleticism, but the double team coming. You got to pass it around before you get that 10-second call. Tesmer going to, fake the shot on the drive. Beautiful basketball. Chris Tesmer, I tell you what, he's having a first half. 10 points, and the lead is just down to 7 now. And the ball goes out of bounds back to Waterford, and the momentum, you can start to feel it shift a little bit, Matt Peck.
Yeah, I love that last possession for Waterford. They really brought the physicality on that one, and when there was a double team, they really got themselves out of it to go down and they get finish it with the basket. That was one of the best possessions I've seen all day from Waterford, that last possession. They can get some more like that. They can really get themselves back in this game. They already have, only down 7 now.
And they're doing that right now with a couple of bench guys on the floor. Gustafson checking back in. Tesmer, the hot hand in the first half. In the paint. Tesmer not afraid. Wow. Chris Tesmer. 12 points in the first half. And what was a 12-point lead is cut down to 5 now, Matt Peck.
That's insane. You know, Waterford going to keep playing the same defense you've been playing before. You're doing an outstanding job. And Tosa West, you kind of got to get back to your same scoring ways you were earlier.
The defense chants raining down. Kicking out. Oh, what a find by Brown to Bear Collins. No.
Almost rimmed in.
Waterford has a chance to move through transition now. Bear Collins trying to get the steal from Lepisto, trying to give him a taste of his own medicine because Lepisto can do that on defense too. Gavin Regland feeding Gustafson. Gustafson on the mid-range, on the elbow, no good. Oh, I had a feeling if that bucket would have fell, timeout could have been coming.
Yeah, I think so too.
Matthew Kloski's kind of slowed down a little bit. Gavin Regland has been really doing a really good job on the assignment as Jay Sprechtel looking to check back in. Now Chris Neubauer will take the full timeout. The momentum has shifted a little bit to the Waterford Wolverines. 29-24 with 3:44. We'll have more basketball coming your way after this on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, it's a 9-2 run in the last 3 minutes for the the Waterford Wolverines as we come back in the first basketball broadcast in the Zaleski Sports Milwaukee area for the 2025-26 season. We're going to come up at halftime where we're going to recap scores from around the state, scoring from this game, and preview our upcoming schedule on Zaleski Sports. Now I'm going to ask you this, Matt Peck. What do you think? Oh my gosh, Lepisto just going airborne and stealing. He's been doing that all night, like I said. What do you think that Chris Neubauer talked about in this huddle? He took the full timeout, and the momentum, he kind of felt that momentum start to shift.
Guys, let's go back to what we were doing with Waterford earlier. Kind of moving that ball fast, but the thing that's changed from Waterford earlier is their defense has really tightened up, and it's really working out. I mean, to get this game under 10, first of all, but to 5. And with a chance here to possibly, if he makes 2 out of 2, make it 3. That's really something for Waterford.
1-on-1 free throw is good from Colin Lepisto. It's his first free throws of the night. Lepisto went 0 for 2 last time out against Racine Park from the line. Goes 2 for 2, and just like that, we've got a 1-possession game. Got all the full starting lineup back out there for Chris Neubauer. Klosky can't find that shot late in the first half. First 9 minutes of this game, he was on fire, and now he's starting to cool off a little bit.
Waterford
Gustafson trying to feed. Oh, look at Lepisto in the hustle. He's getting this hustle player of the game, and oh man, if they're going to call that on Jalen Brown for the foul, that's his 3rd. Let's see what this ref says.
Well, Waterford's heading towards the line, so I'm thinking they're going to call it on Wauwatosa West. Yep, Jalen Brown.
That's his 3rd foul and the 10th foul, so now Waterford's going to go to the line for 2. And once again, you got to respect this effort that Nick Raglan is telling his guys to do. It seemed like since that 10 to 12 minute mark, everything's been working really well for his team.
Just think about it here. He makes the next free throw. It's a 1-point game. And I was talking about it before half, just get it under 10. But, we still obviously got 3 more minutes left. A lot can change here in 3 more minutes. As we learned, the last 3 to 4 minutes have been insane, too. Look at that. Just like that, Elijah. It's a 1-point game.
That's right. So here we go.
Nick Raglan's got to love where his team is right now compared to where they were about 10 minutes ago.
It's officially a 13-2 run. Nick Raglan kind of moving. It looks like they're going into a zone right now, a 1-3-1. Look at this. I love when teams run zones. You just see everybody shift the way the ball is going and switch when they need be. That 1-3-1 zone has been working, forcing some turnovers on the passes, and they can't find the right shot right now.
This is really something compared to earlier in the game. They were finding every shot. Now they're really having a hard time with Wauwatosa West.
Jalen Brown is on the bench right now, too, with his 3 personals. Roman Long just freshly checked in with the pump fake on the drive. I think he should have shot that. And with no shot clock, they could hold this ball as long as they want if they really needed to.
They could hold the ball to halftime if they really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it. Obviously, a lot of people wouldn't want to see that, but yeah, Waterford's defense has just been elite the last couple minutes here, and that's kind of what led them to get back in the game here. And look at this.
DJ Henning's going to kick it out. Bear Collins, the freshman, off the front rim, no good. Waterford could take their first lead of the night right now. Gustafson, step back, 3. Oh, no good, but Tessmer again with the offensive rebound. Gets blocked by Klosky. No foul called. Lepisto, mid-range, baseline, jumper!
Wow.
Waterford leads for the first time tonight.
What a comeback so far by Waterford. Down by, I think, 12 or 13.
And look at the birthday boy just showing all the energy on the bench right now. Coach Raglan, I'm sure he's loving this one so far. Got to respect the effort after the loss against the state runner-ups. Messiah Chambers, this Waterford faithful, really very loud right now in the gym. They could sense everything's going their way right now. Klosky, look at his defense by Brechtel. Double team coming. He can't find anybody. He's still going to go up and draw the foul. Oh, they had him in jail right there with that double team.
Just talk about before that foul, just that defense that was being played right there. Waterford early in the game, they were leaving men wide open. I was just talking about that a couple of minutes ago. They were leaving men wide open. Now it just seemed like Wauwatosa West is just becoming extremely frustrated just to get a shot off. This is kind of incredible, the turnaround that Waterford has become.
Matthew Klosky, 4 for 5 from the line tonight, and this is his first points since around that 9 to 10 minute mark. It's up to 13 points. He was roaming around 12 points when they were up by double digits. The second free throw was good too. Matthew Klosky going to take a seat on the bench after he made the second free throw. I think he'll check out for the remainder of this first half likely. Kason Mangum checking in for him. Jace Brechtel. Waterford trying to get it here. Good pressure and a steal by Messiah Chambers. Gogan, right wing 3. That's a big shift right there for Tosa West. Max Gogan, 1 for 4 last game from 3. His first three-pointer and points of the game. That one's going to go out of bounds. And this would be huge for Tosa West as Neubauer trying to tell the official that it was off of Lepisto. All the way at that midcourt line. Just like that, Tosa West right back up by 4. And they're doing it without their top 2 scorers and Jalen Brown and Matthew Klosky on the floor right now. Jalen Brown with 3 fouls. Klosky just getting a little breather. Caden Gustafson off the screen. Thought about the shot. Inside he's going to drive it. It's going to go off to his knee and go right back to Tosa West. So the defensive intensity is really heated up again for Chris Neubauer after Waterford took their brief 1-point lead. They're going to have some substitutions coming in. They're going to go all defense lineup right now. Reed Bierman checking in for Bo Veit. Jace Brechtel also checking out for Gavin Reglin.
They'll let the ball roll. That little game.
Assume that Tosa West is going to take the last shot. DJ Hennings. 5 seconds left. Hennings loses the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Waterford. Colin Lepisto will be called in his first. He's had 2 to 3 steals already today. They're not in the bonus just yet. One more foul will put Tosa West in the regular bonus, 1-on-1 bonus. Gogan, 4 seconds left. Gogan firing from deep. No good at the buzzer. We've got ourselves a thriller in our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee opener. It's a 34-30 lead for the Tosa West Trojans coming into the half. We'll recap scoring from this game, scores around the state in our upcoming schedule right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hey Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery. your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices, you got them. In-store, online, we drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We welcome you back from the Waterford High School Gymnasium alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vincelata. A 34-30 first half. The Tosa West Trojans leading through one half. We're going to recap a little bit of scoring. First for the Tosa West Trojans, Max Gogan with 3 points. Bear Collins, a freshman, with 8 points. Roman Long with 2 points. 14 points for Matthew Klosky leading the way for Tosa West. 2 points for Messiah Chambers and 5 for Jalen Brown to round out the 34 for Tosa West. For Waterford's side, 9 points for Colin Lapisto, 12 for Chris Tesmer, 4 for Caden Gustafson, and 5 for Jace Brechtel to round out the 30 for Nick Reglin's team. This game, kind of go through a little summary in that first half. Waterford was really down early on, down by 10, as much as 12 in this first half, 12 to 14 points. I'm going to have to look back and see how bad it got. But right when it got to that 27-15 mark, I remember Waterford really went on that 1-3-1 zone and just intensified on defense. And they went on a 15-7 run to close out that half. Really like Nick Reglin's got to be really pleased what he's seen from that Waterford sidelines. And just got to be really enthusiastic as well on his birthday night. Matt Peck, what do you think of this first half so far between these two teams?
Well, here's my take on it. It started off really well for Tosa West. They really came out with some firepower to start this game, but then Waterford really just snapped back and said, hey, we're not going to let you take this one away. And they came in and started really intensifying the defense down the stretch, and then they actually took the lead at one point. I kind of said to you, like 9 minutes left, they said, hey, one thing that would be good for Waterford is just get it under 10 or get it at 10 at halftime. Man, they got it to 4. They really did some good things there down the stretch in that second half to get themselves back to where they were here. And you got to give Coach Nick Reglin, because, he got themselves right back in this game. He kind of called that timeout, although Chris Newbar called a timeout because he started to sense his own players were getting frustrated there down the stretch. And it was kind of impressive because Waterford was giving open looks almost the whole time to start the game. But then as you got down the stretch, it just seemed like Wauwatosa West became so frustrated that they couldn't get a shot off. It was just kind of a remarkable turnaround. It's going to be interesting to see what comes away in the second half. Waterford gave a couple points towards the end of the first half, but they can come out and start off fast. They can get themselves in gear here and get the lead possibly back, and I could definitely see it happen. Coach Reglin's probably telling them at halftime, hey, guys, you're in the lead. You're close here. Now, you're not in the lead, but, you're sitting there right at halftime, kind of right in the game. So with the defending state champions, and just like I said, Waterford wasn't a bad team a year ago either. They were right there in the sectional final against Racine Park, who they just lost to last week. But
I think you have a case for Waterford last season to almost have I guess you could almost say it was almost their best season, one of their best seasons in team history, right? I mean, 24-4, you're 1 game away from going to state. You return 9 out of 12 guys on this team are seniors. So I don't like saying this. Like, it could be a make or break year for them this year. 9 out of 12 players on this team are seniors. Their whole starting lineup is basically seniors, as I'm checking my sheet again. But we'll take one more game break before we head to the second half. We'll come back and talk a little bit about both teams' schedules before we begin the second half. We'll be right back after this on Zaleski Sports for the second half.
Hi, I'm Josh Barks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here for the start of the second half, a 34-30 lead for the Wauwatosa West Trojans. It's been a back and forth battle. Let's recap a little bit of the schedules coming up for both teams. Starting first for the Wauwatosa West Trojans, they'll head up north to Waupun Friday night at 7:15 tip-off. They will then go next Tuesday for a tough matchup for their home opener against Germantown at 7 p.m. That's going to be a really good game for Tosa West against Germantown next Tuesday.
When is that game?
Tuesday next week, I believe. On my schedule, I have it here. And then for Waterford, their upcoming schedule, they will play next week, or they'll play on Friday for their first Southern Lakes Conference game at West Tosa Central. And they'll come back for a game on Saturday against Whitnall at 2:30 p.m. A little bit of a controversy in that game last year in the sectional final between Miles Hero. We won't get into it too much. Miles Hero and Caden Gustafson, which ended in a scuffle after Waterford won that game. But we're going to begin the second half now. 18 more minutes left to go in this game. Here we go. Set for a good finish in our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee opener. Once again, Elijah Vincelata here with you alongside Matt Peck. Going to be a very great winter of basketball to come for boys and girls. Try to get a couple of girls basketball games in here as well. And the key things to watch out for Tosa West. Jalen Brown up to 3 fouls. Almost got a hook there. Caden Gustafson with the mid-range. Oh, it's the second time tonight where he kind of had the lid on the rim. Went half down, half out. Call a charging foul that time. Wait a minute. Are they going to call that on Jalen Brown too? That's his 4th.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's going to be huge if Waterford can get him out of the game down the stretch.
He's going to have to take Jalen Brown out this game already, and Max Gogan, rightfully so, going to check in. That's a huge one. Because I don't think you're not gonna be able to put Jalen Brown back into the game until around that 9-minute mark to be safe. Kind of played with their fruit a little bit right there. As a good charge was taken for Tosa West or Waterford though. Gavin Ragland trying to size up the Gogan. Jace Brechtel spins, drives, gets fouled on the drive. No, yeah, it's travel. So great defense right there from Max Gogan. Chris Neubauer not too happy with that last possession though on defense. They're just going to signal it a travel. A travel on Tosa West. I think they might have had a miscue at the scores table. I want to give a shout out to the PA announcer, Joey Olson, always supports what we do here at Zaleski Sports. See him around the Racine area. Waterford football game last year against Oak Creek. We saw him at Union Grove week 9 against Badger. He was PA announcing those games.
I saw him at a Kenosha Tripper baseball game 2 years ago. He's also the Kingfish PA announcer as well.
Very, very nice guy. Oh, what a backdoor cut that time. Starting off the scoring, Chris Tesmer picking up right where he left off. 14 points on the night for the senior. This is crazy. I mean, he's having a really good start to the year. He had 11 points. He had a double-double in his first game, 11 points, 11 rebounds, Matt Peck. And last year, he only averaged 2.5 points per game.
Yeah, it's something in here.
Look at Bear Collins sizing up, not afraid of the moment. Started off hot in that first half and picking off right where he left off to start the second half. 11 points for Bear Collins, the freshman. And just when it seems like Waterford's getting the momentum right back, Tosa West says, I'll take it right back from you. Jace Brechtel, right corner three. No good. Messiah Chambers tries to save it in, but it ends up going right back in. Oh, sidestep three-point shot. Gustafson, bread and butter move. They got to get him going. He only had 4 in the first half.
Huge play that time for Gustafson to be able to get that shot. Just like that, it's a 2-point game again. This one's going to be fought down the wire, and Waterford needs to go back to that defense they're playing at the end of the first half.
Oh, look at that double team. Oh, just chucks that pass down. Bear Collins not afraid. Collins, left corner. Got it! Wow. Bear Collins. You would think a guy that doesn't have any high school experience would be struggling with the moment. Nuh-uh. 4 threes on the night for Bear Collins. Might have to pull it out for the first time soon, Matt Peck. The fire department's getting close on the line.
Send him down, Loomis.
And Caden Gustafson tries to respond. Brechtel gets the offensive rebound, though. Back outside, Gustafson, left wing. No good, no foul call. Tesmer with the putback. Chris Tesmer. Bully ball in the paint.
I noticed something there, like, he got the rebound. There was nobody there. Everybody was outside. I'm like, just put it back up. Exactly what he did.
Bear Collins, why not? Oh, that would have been 5 3-pointers on the night for the freshman. And that would have just set the roof on fire for Tosa West. And Messiah Chambers is going to get a foul call on the post up to Jace Brechtel. And this is the 3rd foul on Messiah Chambers. Chambers, 10 points in that first game against Waukesha South.
You know what I love about this game so far? It's not very high scoring. It's defensive battle.
And then you get scoring every now and then. Caden Gustafson at the top of the key, guarded very tightly by DJ Hennings. They kick it outside. Jace Brechtel thought about the 3. Klosky almost picked his pocket. Finds Tesmer. Ooh. Had Brechtel ready for the backdoor cut. And they're going to set up a play now. Lepisto driving through. Euro step falls. And it's going to be a travel. No.
Wait, the scoreboard. Hey, the scoreboard went out. I got 14:02. They got. Yeah, they're going to have to.
Yeah, the scoreboard just. There's no score on the clock, and it's just time, too.
And the funny thing is the time keeps running down even though the game is not going on.
And they got one of the managers for the basketball team fixing a slippery spot as they still haven't fixed that clock yet. Uh-oh, now the clock's fully off.
40-37.
How are we gonna do this if imagine the clock didn't work the rest of this game?
Well, they'd have to go by Zaleski time then. Oh, I have to be the scorekeeper then.
Then I'll have to look at your thing. I'll have to look at our producer scoreboard.
Going by Zaleski time would be very scary. Okay, we got 0-0 on the scoreboard now.
So they're gonna kind of huddle up the players right now, and off to the side, Chris Neubauer, not talking a lot to his freshman Bear Collins. Collins still learning a little bit about the system for the team.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll fill you in. The scoreboard went out, players slipped, but there was actually no timeout officially called by either team. It's just that we had a player slip, and I think after it's going to end up being ruled a travel, but I'm not 100% sure what they'll end up ruling it.
I think that's what they did call it too.
Oh, but really?
It's honestly a free timeout for both teams, right? Both teams get a quick breather as they're still working on the clock right now. They're gonna set it at 14:05 with the 40-37 Tosa West lead.
And we're gonna set it on. We should just play it on Zaleski time the rest of the game. I could just keep adding 2 minutes.
Put our scoreboard on the scores table.
I could just keep adding 2 minutes every time. Every time I wanted to. Let's just add 2 more minutes until we really are finished.
You would have to look at the ref signal every time when they stop it, though.
Or know what we would do? Why don't we just go play to 60 or something?
Oh, like a target score, like a
target score game.
What are we in, an NBA All-Star game? So we want to remind you here, as we're taking a quick break with the scoreboard malfunction, our upcoming schedule this Saturday night, we will be at the Racine Case Gymnasium for the Racine Case Holiday Shootout. First game will be Kenosha Bradford against Racine St. Catharines, and then our second game will be Racine Case against Racine Lutheran. We're supposed to get Lutheran on last weekend. We're going to get them on this weekend, though.
Everything fell apart last weekend.
Had about a foot of snow where we were. Seemed like the whole Midwest was under a winter storm warning. Max Gogan with the mid-range off the mark. Waterford keeping it really close. One possession game for a while now. As they're going to look around the world. Gavin Raglan, a deep three. No good. Guess who? Tesmer cleans up the boards. No foul called. Good defensive possession. They're looking to run. Matthew Klosky on the right baseline. Double team coming. He has wide open guys all around. And they're going to call it a jump ball. They'll stay with Tosa West. Got to respect the defensive effort on Matthew Klosky so far. He started off with 12 points. Went into the half really hot with 14. And he hasn't scored yet in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
That's something they've been doing really well, Waterford, keeping Klosky quiet over there. Kind of like how Tosa West was keeping Gustafson quiet in the first half as well.
Oh, Collins loses his handle. It's going to go out of bounds and back to Waterford. It's just the aggression on defense that's really been setting the tone for Nick Raglan's squad, as Bo Veit's going to check in for Gavin Raglan. Kind of figured now that you're into the second game of the year, you got a game under your belt. Got the first game jitters, as I call it. In that first game, Waterford really struggled shooting. Now it's been all their defense tonight against the defending state champions.
Yeah, Waterford has shown out to be impressive tonight so far. And they kind of bring back a lot of that squad from last year we saw in the sectional final against Racine Park.
Bo Veit lost the handle right there. Max Gogan, cherry picker that time. Matthew Klosky steps into a three. Tell you what, Tosa West has gone cold in the second half so far, scoring. They started off really hot. Tesmer, couldn't get that one to go on the mid-range. Lepisto, almost gets the body bucket to go. That would have been nice for Waterford right there if they could have got that and one.
Yeah, that could almost been scored as a pass under the rim over there.
Bear Collins gets called for the foul. It's a second team foul. Bear Collins, he's only 5'10", and he's really making the plays work for this Tosa West team. Lepisto, 9 points in that first half. Brechtel will get a breather. He misses a second free throw. Lepisto, oh, he almost forced it off of Bear Collins that time. So it's just his aggression that's really been setting the tone all night long. So here we go, 12-15 left to go, a 2-point lead for Tosa West. It's only fitting that we could get a thriller for our first game in the Milwaukee area. Max Gogan on that left baseline, almost stepped out of bounds. Was able to keep that left foot inbounds though. Pump fake, slips, falls, looking for a guy. Bear Collins double teamed and trapped in that corner. And a 30-second timeout. Chris Neubauer just gets it off in time. The defensive pressure has been everything so far in this second half. We'll take a 30-second game break as well with you.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Elijah Vanks-Salata alongside Matt Peck. We just got a shout out on the PA mic from Joey Olson. Big shout out to him once again, giving our network a shout out. Always a pleasure to cover high school sports in the Milwaukee area. We've been doing this on Zaleski Sports. It's hard to believe, Matt Peck. We've almost been with Zaleski for 2 years now fully.
Yeah, time's flying when you're having fun.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they always say.
And we're right back into it with a thriller. DJ Hennings, Matthew Klosky. Keep in mind, Jalen Brown hasn't checked in since that 17-minute mark. He's been out for 6 minutes with 4 fouls. Max Kogan for 3. He can't get that to go. Lepisto with the rebound, and he gets fouled right there. Oh, I don't know about that one. It looked like he kind of fell into him, and Messiah Chambers, they get the call right there, and that's going to be, if that's on Chambers, that's number 4. Fourth person on Messiah Chambers, so right on cue, they're going to have to sub one of their starters out and take Kason Mangum in the game. And if somehow Waterford comes back all the way and wins this game, the interview with Nick Ragland's going to have to be about that defense that he had tonight.
And about where he's going for his birthday.
Yeah. Got a couple of good spots down in the Waterford area.
So, Nick, you picking Spankies? You picking crossover? What are you picking? Somewhere on Loomis Road, probably.
I might have to ask him that. If they win tonight here.
You going bowling at River City Lanes or what?
But he's got to be pleased with this team. They were down by as much as 12 in this one. Took a brief lead at the end of the first half before Tosa West closed it out on a run. And then have been able to stick with them since. It was 34-30 at the half. And 8-6 Tosa West or Waterford run in the second half. Got to respect the effort, like I said, once again, coming off of a bad loss of bad shooting against a tough Racine Park team who lost a lot of seniors but still had a lot of guys. I'm going to call a charging foul on Caden Gustafson there. I think he got a little bit too much elbow that time. What did you see from your angle?
It was close. I think he, like you just said, I think he got a little bit too much elbow right there, and that's why they called the charging foul.
First personal foul on Caden Gustafson. First team foul for Waterford. Max Gogan slinging it from the corner. He can't get that bounce to go. Bear Collins, that was an amazing pass again. And we've been staying at 40-38 for a while here.
Sooner or later, either Waterford's going to take the lead or Wauwatosa West is going to jump ahead, I think. That's what's going to jump more ahead. Be interesting to see which one happens first.
Oh, LaPista lost the handle. Bear Collins cherry picking. Collins going to work. Klosky gets the offensive rebound and draws the foul. Just a right place, right time moment right there for Matthew Klosky. And he'll get some free throws. Jace Brechtel, third personal foul, second team foul. Klosky hasn't scored yet in the second half. They're going to definitely need something here. Oh, off the front rim, no good.
Just like that, we stay at 40-38. It's like we've been there all night.
All right, that's it. 10:44 left. We're going to stick 40-38. That's just the way it's been.
It's better than the score being 67-67.
All right, bro. 15 points for Klosky. 6 of 8 from the line tonight as he splits the pair. Colin LaPista on that left baseline. Looking for that screen. Caden Gustafson lost his handle. DJ Hennings. Tenacious defense, and they're going to have to call timeout. They haven't used the one since that early first half timeout. And we'll take a game break along with them as well. 41-38. We'll be right back for 10 more minutes of boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
A thriller of a game we have right in store for Waterford High School. 41-38 lead for the Tosa West Trojans. 10:27 left to go in the game. Glad you guys could be with us once again tonight. Matt Peck alongside Elijah Vangsalata. It's been a lot of defense in the first 8 minutes of the second half. Jalen Brown has been sitting since that 17-minute mark with 4 fouls. Messiah Chambers as well with 4 fouls. So 2 of the bench guys stepping in right now for Tosa West. But both teams just seem like they can't find the right buckets right now. Colin LaPista steps into the mid-range, can't get it to go. Tosa West looking to run. DJ Hennings going up strong on the left side.
That's a huge basket because they've only had 1 point.
That's his first basket of the night for DJ Hennings. And like you said, that's a big swing right back up to 5. With the way the scoring has been this game, that's going to be a big 5 points.
Oh, yeah.
But Colin LaPista says otherwise right as I say that.
And just like that, back to 3.
It's been roaming around that 5 to 3 point lead margin. It's only fitting it stays that way. We got to have a thriller for you guys on the first game as they're going to draw a foul right there on the drive. Bear Collins not afraid to go in and drive.
You're going to see a lot of fouls down the stretch here, in my opinion. I think this game not necessarily is going to have to be won at the free throw line, but close.
Collins' first trip to the line. Lid on the rib right now for Tosa West at the free throw line. Been one of their last 4. Collins shot. Didn't shoot any free throws in his first game as he goes 0 for 2 from the line. So, Matt Peck, we stick with a 3-point lead.
That's a huge 2 free throws missed for Wauwatosa West. It kind of proves that nobody's really been scoring in numbers tonight here in Waterford.
Whoa, Max Gogan playing all up on Gavin Reglin, who's freshly checked in. Chris Tesmer. Look at that defense by Klosky, just staying up on your man. Can't find anybody. Caden Gustafson, their leading scorer, not on the floor right now, so they're going to have to find some offense with Tesmer. Tesmer, we'll call a foul on Matthew Klosky. Matthew Klosky, he was all over that possession right there. A lot of handsy right there. But when you haven't had a foul yet in the game, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
You can go all aggressive you want, and Coach Newbauer will live with that foul.
And Waterford's been going aggressive at Jalen Brown tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got 4 fouls, so he hasn't been on there. Caden Gustafson right back into the game. Steps into the mid-range jumper, and we're down to a 1-point lead again. Gustafson, 9 points on the night now, 5 in the second half. He had a cold first half, starting to pick it up now. This is where Tosa West could really take advantage, or Waterford, excuse me. Still not putting Jalen Brown back in just yet. DJ Henning steps into the mid-range jumper. That lid has stayed on the rim right there for Tosa West.
It seems like that end of the floor has had a lid on it all night. And this might be one of those things where Waterford might be glad they had this hoop for the second half.
Oh, Gavin Ragland lucky to just get the ball back as he tried to find Brechtel in the paint. He had him. Waterford defender coming back at it. They'll reset it now. Caden Gustafson looking to go to work. Chris Tesmer. He's got to be close to having a double-double as Jace Brechtel gets fouled in the paint that time. A lot of contact. That'll be the 6th foul of the half for Wauwatosa West. Matthew Klosky gets a second. Bo Veit will check in for Colin Lepisto. Got to be careful with Klosky. 2 fouls in the last minute, Matt Peck.
Yeah,
you don't want to get him in foul trouble along with Jalen Brown and Messiah Chambers, both with 4 already.
I'll just say this, if those two somehow get in foul trouble and they somehow still survive this game, that just proves Wauwatosa West is in a really good spot.
Gustafson for the lead. No good. Tesmer. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive that time on the rebound. That would have been nice for the Waterford Wolverines. Nick Ragland clapping though. Telling his guys, let's go. Tosa West will take over. DJ Hennings. Oh, lost his shoe. Max Gogan lost his shoe, and they still doesn't matter. Kason Mangum, they're going to pause it for the shoe loss. Or no, they're just going to call a timeout. We'll stick here since we've went through a couple ads.
Did somebody call timeout?
Yep.
Who?
Tosa West. We'll stick here though. Kason Mangum with his first points of the night. Back up to a 3-point game. It's 11. Let me do the math. 12-11 run for Waterford in the second half. Unlike the first half, Matt Peck, we've seen a lot of defense and aggression. Already 10 fouls in the second half with both teams combined. Wauwatosa West, you know, they've been hanging around, still keeping that lead without their second best player in Jalen Brown. What does Waterford have to do to continue? They just got to hit their shots, right? You would imagine?
I mean, Waterford has just been so close, especially here in the second half. They got over the hump in the first half. They made a big shot to go ahead and get in the lead. They've just been so close here in the second half. That one shot away and they could be in the lead. And when Waterford gets more points than Tosa West starts thinking, hey, man, they're really putting it to us here at home. I should say Wauwatosa West on the road. Maybe it's that drive down Highway 36, Loomis Road.
3-point shot is no good by Bo Veit.
Wow, how did he come up with that ball?
Yeah, Bear Collins just fell on the ground and he was able to take possession of it. Klosky on the drive. No foul called, and they get it on Bo Veit. I believe they're going to call that one on. Let's see.
Yeah, that'll end up being on Waterford.
Bo Veit with a second personal foul, 7th or 16th foul. No, 15th foul. Matthew Klosky will go to the line for 2.
That's one thing Wauwatosa West is going to have to do down the stretch, and basically both these teams, too, is make their free throws. You know, Wauwatosa West, a couple of times they went to the line here in the second half. They didn't make either one. And that's kind of how Waterford hung themselves in there for a moment. Right there.
Free throw.
That's what they needed. 2 free throws.
8 for 10 from the line tonight for Matthew Klosky. Cool as a cucumber. 17 points for Matthew Klosky. And the lead back up to 5 now. Waterford needs a bucket. They kind of have had a scoring drought other than getting to the line. Oh, near turnover right there on the pass to Tesmer. Lepisto gets fouled that time by Bear Collins. You just see Chris Neubauer right there, just kind of sigh right there like, oh. And they're going to head to the one-on-one bonus now. And that's number 3 on Bear Collins. So now, after 11 minutes with 4 fouls, Jalen Brown will check in with his 4 fouls. DJ Hennings will check out, but you got to be careful. Cannot pick up that 5th, otherwise you're done for the game.
Yeah, he's Chris Newbauer playing with marbles here, but remember, there is 6.5 minutes left only.
He trusts his junior star forward who averaged 22.1 last year as they missed a one-on-one, but Tessmer, I tell you what, he's been a magnet with the rebounds tonight.
Waterford will not go away, and that's just proven of a really well-coached team. They've just been hanging in all night, despite a couple mistakes early on, and haven't been able to make some shots down the stretch here, but they haven't gone much away.
Kind of feeding it around the world right now. Bo Veit in the paint. Can't get the bounce to go on the bank. No, that was Caden Gustafson, pardon me, on the shot. Max Gogan, they're looking to go fast. They got numbers down the floor, and now they finally reset it down. Oh, what a pass. Jalen Brown just volleyball. He kind of set it to Kason Mangum.
That was an interesting one.
And right just like that, Tosa West back up by 7. Starting to get a little bit late right now for Waterford. Still got plenty of time left. As they're going to need this 3 to fall, and right on cue, Nick Regland will call the timeout on the 3. Caden Gustafson, the Northern Michigan commit, trying to fire his team up as the lead cut back down to 4. We got to finish, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a game break and be right back with you in a minute on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vanxalata alongside Matt Peck. 49-45 lead for the Tosa West Trojans. Just seems like the Tosa West has kind of started to take advantage of things a little bit lately in the last couple minutes, but a big 3 for Caden Gustafson. If you're just joining us, cuts it back down to 4. But I want to take it back to that. We don't have replay here, but that was a sick pass from Jalen Brown, just tipping the ball over, kind of like a volleyball set, over to his wide open Kason Mangum in the paint on the left baseline. They definitely needed the playmaking from Jalen Brown off the bench. He missed 11 minutes from that 17 to 6 minute mark, and he made his presence known right away when he checked back in. But what does Waterford have to do now? I mean,
Gotta keep
you're
playing
hanging
that,
around.
play that defense you played at the end of the first half. They really put Wauwatosa West in a frustrating circle at the end of the first half over there, and that's kind of what they need to keep doing here. There's kind of pressure on down the stretch here, but Wauwatosa West is starting to begin to make a little bit more shots here, and that's kind of where Waterford's going to need to match them on that. But Waterford just did on the last possession, so.
They're just going to move it around now in that. Now they moved into Waterford's switched into the 2-3 zone they got going now.
I'll just say this. If Chris Newbauer walks out here a winner or behind in the scoreboard tonight, he's going to say he was definitely tested as a team tonight.
Klosky on the drive, gets the mid-range bucket to go. Matthew Klosky, 19 points on the night. The leading scorer for Tosa West, and the lead back up to 6. DJ Hennings at the scorer's table, getting set to check back in after the next dead ball. Tessmer looking for help around the corners. The only guy that's really been able to hit the three-point shot tonight is Caden Gustafson so far. Done a really great job on him. Bear Collins, a freshman on him. Gustafson pulls the trigger. That's his third 3 of the second half. And you can't hold him cold for too long, Matt Peck. That's his third triple of the second half.
That was a huge 3 right there. Kind of match up the scoring.
Gustafson up to 15 points on the night. Out of the 4 threes they hit last game against Racine Park, all of them came from Gustafson too, as a fun fact. So the lead down to 3. Under 4 minutes left to go. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. Jalen Brown Beautiful pass in the paint. No foul call. Great defense by Brechtel and Tesper. And Waterford could possibly tie the game with a 3 now. Bear Collins on him. Gustafson taking it over himself, and we're down to 1. Caden Gustafson. A 5-0 run on his own. And just like that, we got a 1-point game.
Whoever walks out of here winner or behind the scoreboard tonight.
They're going to call foul on Matthew Klosky there on the box out. That's his 3rd.
This could be huge for Waterford if they go down and score a point here.
I tell you what, Matt Peck, this gym's going to explode if Gustafson hits a 3. Or actually, they're going to get a one-on-one bonus here because they're in the double or in the regular one-on-one bonus.
I'll just say this. I was going to say this a couple times, but both coaches walking out of here, whoever you talk to at the end of the game, they're both going to say they were tested a lot tonight. Chris Newbar, he wasn't sure what he was probably expecting coming to Waterford tonight, but he knows Waterford was a good team from a year ago. He'll definitely walk out of here saying he was tested no matter what the final score is.
Reglan ties it.
And Waterford, with 3:20 left, has a chance to take the lead here on this free throw.
Isn't that something?
Yes. And they took the lead late in this first half as well.
Now they'll sub back Messiah Chambers with 4 fouls. So you got 2 guys with 4 fouls in Jalen Brown and Messiah Chambers, and then you got Matthew Klosky with 3 as well. A lot of fouls tonight for this Tosa West starting lineup, Matt Peck.
Yeah. Yeah, the Waterford did what they needed. They attacked the star players, and they've done so.
Oh, couldn't give them the lead right there, Reglan.
Just can't get there.
They had that 1-point lead right before half.
They've been so close. This is the closest they've been all half, though. The closest they had earlier was 1. Now it's tied.
Jalen Brown, he's been the efficient passer playmaker for Wauwatosa West today. Bear Collins going to kick it back out to Jalen Brown. The superstar, another star matchup. Gustafson on Brown. Going to feed it back outside to Bear Collins.
This gym is clapping on the Waterford side. They're sitting right below us. They're getting loud. They're looking for a turnover.
Brown. Bear Collins, no hesitation. He got it! The freshman not afraid of the moment. And the Tosa West Trojans back up by 3.
Bear Collins has come up huge tonight for this Trojans team.
What does Waterford have to respond? Lapisto going to fire on the mid-range. Can't hit it. Collins, guess who? That's him with the rebound. They're going to set it up now.
If Tosa West could come down here and score, that'd be huge.
And Chris Newbar, like we said, no shot clock in the WIAA. They could settle this one down a little bit, up 3. And obviously, if you're Coach Nick Reglan, you don't have to foul just yet. Oh, look at Jalen Brown. Oh, lost his handle. It's going to go back to Waterford. And you got bodies falling all over the ground. And a timeout called. Waterford able to get it out. It's just the tough grittiness for Waterford that's kept them in this game all night. Wait, what is this ref's call right now? They're at the sideline.
They didn't call. Did anybody end up calling a timeout, though? That's a question.
They're going to call full timeout for Waterford, so they're going to get the ball with 1:55. And I'm assuming, we'll stay here actually. I'm assuming they're going to draw up a play to try to get Caden Gustafson a 3-point shot to tie this one. But you don't desperately need it with 1:55 left to go. Could easily settle for a 2. But I think even if you lose this game for Waterford, Matt Peck, you got to be proud if you're Nick Reglan fighting with the defending champs all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, like I mentioned several times already on this broadcast, Chris Newbar, even if he walks out of here on top by a couple points, he's going to say that he was tested tonight by this Waterford team. There's some of those games where you walk out and you say, oh, they really didn't give us a fight. Waterford gave this Wauwatosa West team a fight. And guess what? Wauwatosa West hasn't even won the game yet. Waterford still has a chance to walk out of here with a win.
For all we know, we could be sitting here in overtime possibly.
Yeah.
You never know. That's just the type of game we have possibly here with the defensive fight on both sides of the ball. Coming up after the game, ladies and gentlemen, I will be going down to the court and interviewing the winning coach and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Fresh cheese curds made daily at nasonvilledairy.com. Haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Since we've been, we were at state football, our last appearance on Zaleski Sports. And Matt Peck, you called a thriller that game too, but we're in one right now to open up the basketball season. Here we go. Caden Gustafson going to feed it around. Chris Tesmer. They got to find, couldn't even find a quick 2 here, right? Not in a hurry as they're going to do that right on cue.
Oh, we just couldn't get that
Gonna
one
try to
to go.
save it in bounds, and it's going to go back to Tosa West. Oh, they're going to lob to Klosky in the paint. Klosky trapped by Brechtel. Good defense. Oh! No continuation on the shot, but they're going to call a foul. They had him in a double team there for a sec on Klosky. Yeah, what do you think about that last possession, Peck, from Waterford?
It was, they just couldn't get a shot off there. It's like that was tough because now Wauwatosa West sits at the free throw line, potentially as you're behind. You kind of got to hope they missed their free throws here, even though they got plenty of time left. They're not totally out of it yet. You know, they still got almost a minute and a half remaining here, but Tosa West making free throws down the stretch could potentially put them on the victory line.
Klosky, 2 clutch free throws, and the lead back up to 5. This essentially becomes a must-score possession for Waterford right now. Down by 5 with less than a minute and a half left to go. Bear Collins, tough defense. Find Caden Gustafson with the tough DJ Hennings. Whoa. We're going to get a foul called on Tosa West. Gavin Reglin. First personal on DJ Hennings. So it'll be a one-on-one free throw for Caden Gustafson. I don't want to jinx him or anything, but he's perfect tonight from the free throw line.
Wow.
He's only shot it twice, though. 2 for 2. 3 for 4 on the season. Goes 1-on-1 there.
They could really use 2 from him here.
Yeah, I might have to sprint down to the court after this game for our Nacenville Dairy post-game show. Both free throws good, and the press is going to come on now for Waterford as the lead back down to 1 possession at 3. Jalen Brown, he's been the playmaker all night. They could hold. Waterford going to pressure hard, though. Matthew Klosky on the drive. Klosky trapped, goes up, misses, and no foul called. Waterford has a chance to tie the game. Great defensive possession, swarming the defense. Gustafson. Gonna feed it around, Colin Lepisto. They're going to want to try to get somebody open for a 3. 35 seconds left. They're
going for 3.
Get one. Gustafson. Hennings, tight defense. They're down to 30 seconds now. Right corner, Brechtel, 3. He got it! Jace Brechtel ties the game! Ice in his veins! And here we go. Last possession of the game. They're going to take a timeout and draw a play up. Oh, here we go, Matt Peck. A timeout called for the biggest shot. One of the biggest shots of Jace Brechtel's career. And we've got a tie game, 13.8 left to go. We'll stay here. But we got to see what Chris Neubauer draws up here. I would assume they're going to try to get a play for either Matthew Klosky or the freshman Bear Collins. Could you imagine if the freshman Bear Collins hits a game winner here? I mean, if someone hits a game winner here, they're automatically in the house. So I've never called a game winner before. Matt Peck's called 3. He's the expert on this one. If you want to, I mean, you could turn the mic on if you want and join us for a sec on the mic if you want to. Just make sure that we're working. But this is going to either come down to the last possession likely here or Waterford down by 12. Is it on? Oh. I was like, I couldn't hear you on the microphone for a sec there. If the worst came to worst.
This will be some finish. All right, yeah, this will be some finish. I want to make sure you can hear me on the microphone.
And we'll try to pump some crowd noise in too while Matt Peck gives some commentary. Here we go, 13.8 seconds left to go. Let's see what Chris Neubauer drew up on that last play for Tosa West. I'm going to assume they're going to hold it for the last shot. They're looking for somebody. They're going to give it to Jalen Brown. Here we go. 10 seconds left. Jalen Brown taking it down to the wire. Brown drives, Brown, mid-range, no good. Brechtel the rebound. A timeout called by Nick Ragland, and he gets it off in time. And Waterford's going to have a shot to win this game at the buzzer, Matt Peck. Here we go. We'll stay with you once again for an exciting finish.
That was quite a possession right there for Waterford on defense, able to get that stand right there. And huge down the stretch.
What do you, I mean, you can hold it too if you want the microphone so you can make it easier, but what do you think, Coach, I've asked you this many times today, what do you think Ragland's drawing up in this huddle? Something for Gustafson?
I think so. You got to go to your star player here. We got 2 seconds remaining. Just think about it. And I think you get the ball from where you call timeouts because Nick Ragland was working that out with the official during the timeout. So I think you're going to get the ball right where you kind of call timeout. So, yeah, I would go to Gustafson, but keep in mind you only got 2 seconds. There's a good chance we could be standing here for 5 more minutes. So.
Yeah.
Although.
4 more minutes.
4, okay. Chris Newbar probably didn't want me just to say that.
No.
That's for sure.
But, you know, he's probably the birthday boy's drawing something up here. Like we said again, it's Nick Ragland's birthday. Wouldn't a buzzer beater just complete be a present for his birthday right here for Coach Ragland?
Oh yeah, I cannot imagine how hype he'll be if he wins on a buzzer beater on his birthday. That's for sure.
As the 7 Nation Army chants are coming out, a good Waterford student section tonight and a Tosa West. But keep in mind, Matt Peck, they got to inbound this ball full court. So here we go. Tosa West playing not to foul right now. They're going to add a second back on the clock, and I believe Jalen Brown will get the assessment on Caden Gustafson on this possession. Here we go. 3 seconds left to go. Does Waterford have the comeback magic in them to win this game? We're looking for a man. Ragland inbounding in. Oh! Throws a high to Tesmer. To Gustafson for the win! He got it! Caden Gustafson! Ice in his veins! He wins it for Waterford and a Waterford winner! Are you kidding me? Wow! I will go down to the court right now quickly for our Nasonville Day postgame show, but what a shot! Caden Gustafson wins it for Waterford! We'll be right back after this for the Nasonville Day postgame show with Caden Gustafson.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cefalotiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Players making plays, they executed. The win is great, but the best birthday gift that I get to have is seeing these fools every day in the gym.
And then my last question for you before I interview the game winner, just talk about, you guys failed the Racine Park to open it up, but you come in back home and respond against the defending champions and knock them off here. You guys were down by 12 points at one point in this game. What was kind of the message around that first half moment where the team just started coming, you guys just started coming back, and that defense was really aggressive? Just talk about your defense tonight too.
Yeah, so our defense, we think that the way we play defense as a group of 5, we can dictate tempo, we can dictate where shots are going to be taken. They made some big shots early, they hit some tough shots. We stayed the course. Like I said, it is a gift to be able to have guys that will believe in what you ask them to do, even when it's not going well. And that start didn't go well. They never balked. They believed the whole time.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach. Go enjoy the birthday. We're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Caden Gustafson. Caden, just talk to me about that adrenaline on that game winner and that play that Coach drew up for you guys.
It's a play we've had since my freshman year, and we've never really got the opportunity to run it. And really, it could go either way. At the end of the day, it was just about getting a shot off and making something happen. I think the bigger thing was sitting down here in bonus, and we had to get a stop, and we made a team defensive stop, and that's what it's all about. We got a chance, and we put ourselves in a spot to win.
You guys have hit clutch shots all night long. Jace hit that big
shout out
three.
to Jace, man. That's huge for him. I'm so happy for him. That's a big shot.
You guys have done that all night long, and then you guys came back. I mean, you guys were struggling early on in that game, but just talk about the resilience in your team and not giving up on each other and just fighting to the end.
It really doesn't matter who's shooting. At the end of the day, we're a family. We're brothers. We come and work hard every day, and all we want to do is win. We come to the gym every day. We want to win, and we do whatever it takes to win.
And then before I let you go, I'm going to give you the microphone. You're going to look up at that camera, and then you're going to say, "I'm Caden Gustafson, and I'm in the house." I'll count you down for 3, 2, 1. All right? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm Caden Gustafson, and I'm in the house.
Perfect. Thank you. Congrats, Caden. All right, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. A game winner in our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee opener, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for us from Zaleski Sports Milwaukee. 59-56, Waterford defeats Wauwatosa West. The defending champions go down in the second game. How about this for a thriller, guys? We got a fun season ahead of us, and we're going to be back on Saturday for Kenosha Bradford versus Racine St. Catharines, and then later Racine Case against Racine Luther. And that'll be it for us. Alongside Matt Beck, I'm Elijah Manslada. We're signing off on Zaleski Sports.